but he can't see my countdown.
That is a problem. You're right. We shall wait.
I would check in the live stream to make sure we're not live right now.
Nina,
we are! What? Oh my gosh! Okay. Hi everyone, welcome to Monday Night Zeldathon Clocktower. We are doing the Grimoire on the Clocktower. I am your stream host, storyteller for the night, Evil Steve, and I'm joined by 12 of the most amazing acolytes. Say hi, amazing acolytes.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, amazing acolytes.
And one person who is almost as evil as me, our donation reader for the night, Satan herself. Hello, Satan.
Yes, hi everybody. Yep, I'm really enthused to be here. These are all amazing players. Y'all are absolutely going to want to donate to make them do some shenanigans. Before we get started, I wanted to talk about those. We have 7 whole incentives for this segment. That is a lot. We've got $10 for several things, including suggest a character to be in the game, and that's during setup, so y'all better get those in real quick if you want to
get them in now.
We're doing S&B, Sex and Violence, so you can refer to that script. You've got method of death. Put the method of death in your donation message, and then we'll be able to read that out loud. If you suggest that Evil Steve should eat sour candy, Evil Steve will eat a sour candy for $10. If you suggest that Mark eat some very hot sauce, Mark will eat some very hot sauce for $10. If you want Tiffy to put a clothespin on her face, she will do that if you suggest that in your $10 donation. And also, for every 50 that we raise, we're going to do buffs to Rob's outfit. And if we raise $500, Ash is going to do a live hand reveal. So that's a lot of stuff. And I'm sure, chat, you will not disappoint.
Steve, they were asking about Amni also as an incentive.
Not in this. There's no Amni in Sex and Violence, unfortunately. But we do have to. Oh, there we go. I see it. It's coming in. I see William came through as a donation.
Indeed. We've got $10 from William, who says, Mark, eat that hot sauce.
Already.
We've also got from Cincy RJ, and that was from Tiffy, by the way. Another William, 10 clothespins for Tiffy for $100. That donation. Oh my goodness, we are starting off so strong. So Mark, eat that hot sauce. Tiffy, you've got 10 clothespins on your face. Let's go.
They wasted no time.
Two additions to Denny.
Yeah, Denny's already got 2 buffs. Okay.
Oh my gosh, this is starting
Danny,
off
how many
crazy.
We
buffs
also
do
have
you
setup
have?
characters getting sent in, so we should get this show on the road.
That was the
definitely
lowest one, and that was the lowest one. That was the Ghost Pepper and
Just also, if you prefer, I'll do Bean Boozled or Sour, your choice when you force me. Yeah, so let's go set up a Grim and get some of these character requests coming through. You players stay here for a second. I'm gonna go take Satan aside for just a minute.
Rob.
Hi, Colson.
All right. So many donations coming through right out of the gate.
Yeah, we're gonna get the hand reveal, by the way.
It's probably already gonna happen, right? That's crazy.
Almost.
10,
it's close.
10 clothespins for Tiffy. So, just to shout out to, I mean, obviously we're doing this for the Starlight Children's Foundation. They do amazing stuff, charity work, getting games in the hands of kids, the game stations, game-themed smocks. There's a lot of cool stuff that the charity does. If you haven't heard, all the money we're raising is going to the Starlight. There we go, the Starlight Children's Foundation. So that is where your donations are going. Yeah, you get to torture us. That's fun, but it's for something great and amazing.
Absolutely. Yeah, you could not have said it any better than me.
Yeah, and also, just as a little bit of a selfishness, there are some cool prizes you can also win during this segment. And I think you can see them if you go to prizes.zeldathon.com or zeldathon.com. Anyways, I believe...
I think it's zeldathon.com/prizes, I believe.
That makes sense.
Go see those prizes.
They
are
one of the
pretty
things
much all
is
blood on the Clocktower related.
Yeah,
Great stuff.
Tell them what it is.
Absolutely. Well, also, I wanted to read out
more? We got more?
Very generous donation real quick. We got $200 from IMN for Life, who says, "Whalem getting the chaos started." Thank you so much for that.
Life.
Oh my goodness.
aka Steve.
We also have
Thanks,
so many recommendations for characters already, so that is absolutely incredible.
Oh man, what are people requesting?
We've got several pit hags. People really want to see pit hag.
Pit hags
We've
in?
got a Vortox suggestion. We've got a Vig suggestion, which is funny, considering. We have, and I think that's it so far. But people, you can get those suggestions in. You got to get them in now because we're
Yeah.
gonna set up that game.
So it's technically we can't do Vigor Mortis and Vortox at the same time.
Mhm.
So if you voted for one of those and you're willing to change it to like a minion or something, let us know. How many in chat? How many of you guys are familiar with what Blood in the Clocktower actually is, and how many of you are just learning about it for the first time?
We should probably explain the game. That's a really good point.
Yeah. So Blood in the Clocktower is a social deduction game, and it's often touted as like the pinnacle of the social deduction genre, the ultimate evolution of its current state. And so if you've not played a social deduction game, I don't know what you're doing watching a social deduction Winter Masquerade, but I'll explain it to you because it is a game where there is essentially a hidden team that's out there. So of our 12 players, 3 of them are going to be evil together and be aware of each other. And the other 9 are trying to find and kill the demon specifically. And in this game, there's one evil player that is the demon. If that demon dies, the good team wins. The way they do that is by, during the daytime, getting together, collectively agreeing who should get the axe, nominating them publicly, accusing them, and everyone has to vote publicly whether that person should live or die. And if the majority of players agree that that person should die, they will be executed. They're out of the game. If you didn't hit the demon, guess what? You go to sleep, and a lot of fun stuff happens at night, including the demon gets to kill somebody that's in the game and get them out of the game. And so the only way for good to win is to execute the demon. The only way for evil to win is to have an evil player alive in the final 2 of the game.
And that would be the demon. The demon's got to survive.
99 times out of 100, you'd be right. But we are playing sex and violence, and there is an alternate way that the evil team could win, and that is
true.
The demon could die, but the evil twin, as a minion, could keep the game going.
That is true. That is true. I always forget about the evil twin. You should never forget about the evil twin.
Yeah, exactly. So I see Walians coming through like crazy. I see Alan Michael saying
absolutely
he will change to witch instead. So we had pit hag.
Okay, so we have a witch and a pit hag suggestion. We have several more as well. I will
bring
them out. Yeah. Okay. Let's do them all. We've got Palm with $10 who suggests Vortox. Thank you very much. We've got Infanado Duck who says $10. William, pit hag, please, love a good pit hag game. Fantastic. We've got Sarah Lund who also suggests pit hag for $10. Thank you so much. We've got Alan Michael who said Vig please, but is now changing that over to the witch. So that's very exciting. We've got Rock and Rolla who says pit hag for another $10. Just rattling these off. Y'all are incredible. Hop Up donates $20.04 and says the barber in this game will not be a merry person when they die by staying up too late playing Zelda. I hope $20 is fine for a character and death. Okay, so that is a whole thing altogether. I will remind us of that death method.
Remember that one.
But Barber is the character suggestion there. We've got Bug and Boo who sends in $20 and says Ninja's Kids. I'm assuming that's the evil twins. Or the twins, but I don't know.
Or it's just Nina's actual kids. Nina's one of our players. It could be her kids just actually donating.
Well, that's fantastic too. It's from Bug and Boo, so I assume that's what that is. We've got Cold Fire Surge who says evil twin philosophers. And I gotta say, I don't think that the Philo can turn into an evil twin. They can turn to many things.
but I think what they're requesting is an evil twin and Philo pair, like an evil twin.
And Philo pair, I see.
I will honor the Philo, but unfortunately we already have 2 minions in Witch and Pit Hag, so we'll have to.
But Philo's good.
Yeah, Philo's good.
And speaking of, we've got Nemenya with $10.10 asking, can we get a Philo? Yes, we can. And we finally got Rock and Rolo with another $10 who suggests the Snake Charmer. So we're going to have a Snake Charmer.
Somebody loves chaos
Very
out there. Oh my
exciting.
gosh, you guys. Snake Charmer.
Snake Charmer is very, very special because the Snake Charmer's power is that you can choose somebody, and if you choose the demon, you swap with the demon. So even though the Snake Charmer is a good character, you become bad real fast.
The worst part is the demon is now the Snake Charmer, and there's no reason for them to play for good anymore, right? Like play for evil. They just out everything that happened. It's crazy.
Yes, absolutely.
So one thing that sets Clocktower apart from a game that you might be more familiar with, like Werewolf or something like Town of Salem, is like everyone has a role and everyone has a power. There's no such thing as like generic townsfolk or a villager. Everyone has something to do in this game. And so the game is divided into different types of characters. We've talked about the demon. There's one main bad guy that has to survive. That's the demon. There are 4 flavors of demon on this script. We are going with the Vortox. We'll explain that in a minute. The demons are helped by minions, and it scales with player count. With 12 players, we'll have 2 minions, a witch and a pit hag. They each have abilities. Their job is not to survive necessarily, but their job is to make sure that their demon survives and help aim the game to end in their demon's favor. We have the townsfolk, which are good players that have abilities that help the good team. So one of the people we talked about was the philosopher. The philosopher's ability is once per game, they can get the ability of any other townsfolk they want. So they get to like basically create their own power or whatever they want. So that's really powerful. The downside is if that character is already in the game, well, now they are drunk and their ability no longer works. And the Snake Charmer, which we talked about, the Snake Charmer can pick every night they pick a player. If they pick the demon, they successfully swap with the demon. But if you pick a person and don't become the demon, well, guess what? You know one player that's not the demon, which can help you solve the game. So it's a trade-off of not picking the demon so you can narrow down your worlds and not accidentally becoming the demon. Or if you're a chaos gremlin, trying to become the demon and seeing if you can still win.
I've got yet another suggestion as well.
All right, what do we got?
We've got Rock and Rolla, who suggests the Dreamer. And we have Nemenya changing their pick from Philo to Sage. So we still do have a Philo suggestion, but we've just added in Sage and Dreamer. Exciting.
Sage and Dreamer are in. The last character type we didn't talk about are Outsiders. So Outsiders is an interesting thing that Clocktower came up with. They're good players. They win with the good team, but their abilities are actually detrimental to the good team. They do not help the good team win. They want to win, but their powers don't. So as an example, we had somebody requested the Barber. So what the Barber says is when they die, the demon gets to choose any 2 players that swap their roles. So that means the demon could potentially swap themselves with one of their minions and change who the current demon is. The demon could bring back a dead player that has a bad ability and bring them back into play. They can cause chaos, or they can, move themselves. It's a versatile thing. So Barber wants good to win, but they're not helping their team win or doing them any favors. So that's very interesting.
Such is the life of the poor, poor outsider. So tragic.
So we're going to lock down, unless we got last minute donations, we have to pick 3 more townsfolk and 1 outsider.
Interesting choices here. We already have a lot of really spicy townsfolk in this game.
I think on the outsider front, I definitely want to take a mutant, which is a fun mechanic.
I love the mutant. I was so hoping you would pick me.
Mutant, right?
I love it.
Mutant introduces a game term called madness. Madness is the thing where you're trying to convince the town of something publicly. Like a mutant knows that they're an outsider, but their ability says if you are mad about being an outsider, you might be executed. So if at any point the mutant is kind of like, hey, I'm an outsider at any point in the game, they could die, which ends the day and takes away a chance to kill the demon, right? So the mutant is forced to lie about what they are and say, oh, I'm a townsfolk. And have to lie about their information, which is good. It helps evil, right? So it's a fun mechanic to watch. So we'll see who ends up being the mutant and just keep an eye at how they sort of lie their way through this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And you just have to pick. You don't have bluffs like the demon does. The demon has 3 characters they know aren't in play, so they can just use those. But the mutant doesn't know anything, so they just have to pick something. Oh well, if another townsfolk is actually that.
Let's fill out this information. We're gonna give them a we'll put an oracle in play, which lets them learn some information about how many people are actually dead. We can do an S&V favorite is the juggler, which on the first day of the game they can publicly guess or juggle 5 people at what character they are and learn how many they got correct. Last but not least, we're going to do something a little spicy, and we're going to do a savant.
Ooh, that's exciting.
A savant learns 2 things. They go to the storyteller, they learn 2 things every day. One is true and one is false. So I could say something like, hey, you are sitting next to an evil player, or, you have been picked by the witch currently. Now, one of those things would be true, one of those things would be false. And every day you learn that information and you get to try to figure out what is good and what's not. But here's the interesting thing, and this is going to be crazy for those of you who are watching your first game of Clocktower. I apologize. The demon in question is known as the Vortox. So demons aren't just some passive person that just sit back and hope they win. They have abilities that screw with the town. The Vortox, each night they choose a player who dies, but every single townsfolk ability gets false information at all times. Whatever I tell a townsfolk has to be false. So, what does that mean? It means if you juggled 5 people correctly, I can't tell you 5. I can tell you any number but 5. If you're the sage and you die, it says when you are killed by the demon, you learn that the demon is one of 2 players. So what you're learning is neither of those 2 players would be the demon because it's a Vortox. So the way that the Clocktower works by doing these smaller scripts is curating the roles down into something that makes an experience. And these roles are chosen very carefully. So figuring out which demon you're facing is very important to solving the game, because if the town can learn that they are dealing with a Vortox, well, then they know that everything they learn is false. And that helps them find the demon, right? That sounds really hard. It is, Rhubarb. But this is one of the advanced scripts. You shouldn't start with this script on your first game, but when you play it enough, it'll start to make sense. It's interesting, though. If you know you're being told false information, it still helps you in a way. All right. Are we ready to send these rolls out?
Yeah, although I do want to just give a little note about those prizes that we teased about earlier.
Shout out prizes.
I know that there's a couple of really big prizes up, especially for our Blood on the Clocktower fans in chat. The Grimoire, which is who we've got on screen right now, is providing a Grimoire prize pack, which is a $5 entry. So that's cumulative. So if you donate $10, you get 2 entries in to win that. If you donate $25, you get 5, etc., etc. Do the math. And that includes all sorts of great things like Grimoire stickers and a mug and a tumbler and a notebook. And oh my gosh, it's just so incredible. You can see that one on the prize pack. We've also got a really huge prize from the Pandemonium Institute themselves, which are the people who make and distribute this game. They have a Grimoire pack. That's a $15 multi-entry, so it works the same way. 30 is 2, etc., etc. And just look at that prize on the website, zeldathon.com/prizes, to go see that. It is a whole Grimoire with all the bells and whistles, and even it looks like a little bit more. So if you want a Grim for yourself, and trust me, they're incredible. I do play with one in real life, and I absolutely adore it. Go ahead and get in those prize donations. There's all sorts of other prizes you can be entered in to win too, so just check that website and get those donos in.
Yep. Very, very good bonuses. I mean, you're doing it for the kids, but you might win a little something yourself. It's very nice. We are playing, just a note, like the prize you win is an actual physical copy of the game. It's an amazingly, probably over-engineered game. It is so cool, so amazing. We are using the online app. This is the official online app. It has built-in voice. It has built-in audio. It has built-in managing of the rules. So it's a great way to play. But yeah, you got to try playing this in person. It's a great experience.
Absolutely. If you get the opportunity, do that. Do
All right.
that.
I'm passing out these rolls, 12. So the way this works in person is you get a bag. The rolls are like literally like cardboard discs. They drop into a bag. The bag comes around you. You reach in, you pick one out and pass the bag along. And the storytellers, which is what we're doing, chooses what goes into the bag based on anything from the script, and the players draw randomly. The app will take care of that for us. So I will pass out all 12 characters. So what we're going to see is our evil team consists of Day the Vortox, Becca the Witch, and Jerome the Pit Hag. Another fun one to keep in mind is Coulson is our mutant we were talking about. So Coulson can't tell people he's the mutant or tell people he's the outsider. He'll be lying the whole game about what he is, at least until he's dead. Another slightly advanced thing here, the Fangu as a demon. One of the things the Fangu does is if they kill an outsider, the Fangu dies, but the outsider becomes a demon, so it adds an extra evil player. So outsiders are incentivized not to tell people what they are anyways, because they might become a demon, and they don't want to get killed. So there's lots of layers to this when you get really advanced in this game.
Yeah, but when it boils down to it, it's lie. You can lie. Everybody's going to lie, including the good players. Good wants to execute evil during the day. Evil wants the demon or the evil twin to survive all the way to the end.
All right. Do we have any food challenges we need to take care of before we start the game?
We sure do. If we
God.
want to be audible to everyone, I've got quite
let's go back.
donations.
All right.
Yeah. Mighty Mouse is humanoid.
Players, you
Super
should now have your rolls. However, we have had a flurry of donations, so Satan will tell us what we have to do now.
Oh, yes. I've got so many incredible donations, and they all want you to do devilish things. We've got Alan Michael with $20 who says, hot sauce, please. So, Mark, get that hot sauce out. We've got Cincy RJ with $100 who says, Evil Steve to eat 4 toxic sour things and 4 bad jelly beans, but not all at once. Spread it out over the course of the game. Also,
Rob.
2 hot sauces for Mark. So 2 extra
more?
hot sauces there. Yep, from Cincy J. And we've also got Reefter who sends in $10 and says, eat that sour toxic tub, Steve. Let's see if you can. And finally, we've got IMN for Life who sends in $100 donation and says 10 sours, Steve, all for you. Or
Are
as
you
many as you
kidding?
can handle.
Mark, are you okay over there?
It's hot.
I think I know
It's
who the
very
real
hot.
demons are. It's the donator.
Smart.
So what are our totals at right now? For me and Denny's sake.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ash. You're getting the hand reveal. We're over 500.
Yeah! Let me turn it on!
All right, chat.
We also have at least 10. I don't think I can say.
I want to see the Michael
exactly.
Jackson glove.
Alright.
It's been amazing. Y'all have blown this away. Fantastic.
I gotta say, so far this isn't that sour.
Hi guys!
Oh my god, there it goes.
Hand reveal! Ash's hand
Where's the
other one?
Oh,
Where's the other?
Oh,
What is it?
It is sort of a creepy demon ghosty hand.
You need to have 6 fingers, Ash. It's going to be Legion
I
hand.
For
can't
Legion.
have another finger on this model, unfortunately. Otherwise, I absolutely would have.
Ash is the Fangu.
Now, what's your other hand look like?
It's always the Fangu.
So if you're evil, Ash, are you going to show your evil hand since you're an evil character, or?
I can. You can read into that how you'd like.
oh my god. This is one down. I'm halfway through one. I got 13 more to go. God dang it. Okay. The sour part has passed.
I heard that my dear friend did more than that, Evil Steve. So you're lucky that you're only doing 10.
Uh-oh.
Well, also, chat's got plenty of time. If y'all
Yeah,
want
the
to send
funny
more
thing is,
donations towards
each-
Starlight, we can have them do even more than this.
Each
Yep.
hot sauce hits a different place. So, like, some are hot in the tongue, some are hot in the back of the throat, some are on the sides in the mouth, some are
Oh
hot in
my
the
God.
mouth. And I got them all going right now.
Denny's adding a lot of clothes.
I've
Denny.
done 5. Yeah, 5. Well, 1 from you and then plus 4 more.
All right.
Denny,
We're
you
going to
alright?
get started with this game. If you'd like to be on the train that's leaving the station, you got about 20 minutes to get your donation in. And I want to see a lot of Whaliums from the Grimm community.
Yes.
on that train.
Williams.
All right.
Kids, but William.
I've been enjoying
Yes,
seeing them.
we saw your kids
pop up
donate,
on the
Nina.
screen so much.
Bug and
Yeah,
Boo?
they're
Boo, yeah.
Bug and
Yep.
Boo, they did.
All right, players, you should have your roles. You should have slightly torturous things going on in your role, Tiffy. I apologize. Good night, players. Close your eyes. The game has begun.
Jenny is gonna be Jenny's
They
getting
did not
spoiled.
ask for anything torturous to happen. They just said, Ninja's kids.
All right, so I
Let's
say
do
the whole
this.
thing about closing your eyes because that's how the game goes, but in the app takes care of it. It shuts off everyone's
Yep.
cameras. Okay, so this game has rules, believe it or not. The rules include such a thing as the night order, which means every character acts in a very specific order on this script. So the way it communicates, because normally you're playing this in person and you're communicating by using cards and silent communication with people. So we'll show you how that works here. So in this case, our minions, which are Becca and Jerome, will wake up, be told who their demon is and who their minions are. So I'm sending that information to them now. The other thing we didn't talk about are things called bluffs. So as a demon or a minion, right, you kind of are screwed because you have to lie about what you are, but you can get caught if you lie about something that's in play. So the demon is given 3 roles that are guaranteed not to be in play. In this case, I think we will give something like artist, which can help them prove it's not a Vortox game when it is. Something long-term that's good for town, probably like a flower girl. And lastly, we can give them an outsider so that they can, we can give them an outsider so they can bluff an outsider role and make them think that possibly that there's an extra evil. So we'll give them a klutz, and those will be the 3 bluffs we give to our evil team. Technically, you give it
Also,
to
if
the
the
demon
demon
only.
successfully brings that to the pit hag, that'll be nice because the pit hag likes to make outsiders up. Oftentimes.
That is also true. So I'm going to send, these are your minions, and these characters are not in play. And Day will learn Artist, Flower Girl, and Klutz are all not in play. That's actually worth pointing out. So we didn't really talk about the Pit Hag's power. Pit Hag does something that completely breaks the game in crazy ways, which is starting on night 2, the Pit Hag can choose a player and change him into any character on the script. As long as that character is not in play, they become that character. So they can make a person into an outsider. They can make a person into, a terrible townsfolk or something like that. They can make a good player into the evil twin. They can do all kinds of shenanigans. So they can even change the demon. They could change Day into any of the other demons they want, or change someone else into the demon. The Pit Hag is the most creative of all minions in the game, I believe, so far. Okay, so picking up from where we left off, we now get to go to Rocco. Rocco's our philosopher who might choose to use his ability and become so. So I'm going to bring him into a voice chat real quick for this one. Hello, Rocco.
Oh, what up?
As our philosopher, you have a once per game ability. You can choose a character and become that character, gain that character's ability. So I have to ask you, Rocco, would you like to use your ability?
Yeah, we're gonna go Snake Charmer because, of course, we're gonna go Snake Charmer.
Okay, that is the most. If you're not familiar, this is the most chaotic of philosopher plays. So Rocco, you are now the Snake Charmer.
Cool. Do you want my choice now?
Well, yeah, Snake Charmer is the next on the list. So I'll just ask you, Rocco, please pick a player.
All right, I have a random number generator, 1 through 11. Let's see what it does. We're gonna go Denny style here.
Okay, leave it to
We got
fate.
it. We got an 8. So Brian, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'll be Day, please.
All right, Rocco, you're gonna pick Day.
Yes.
Rocco, you are now the demon.
Oh, of course.
You are
Okay.
evil.
Okay. What demon am I?
You are the Vortox.
Oh, lovely. Okay, thank you.
Enjoy. Well, this game just went off the rails.
I cannot believe it.
So a couple of things
Night
happened here.
one, Kylo
First,
Snake Charm.
yeah, first Rocco changed his character. He got the Snake Charmer ability, and then the Snake Charmer ability made him into the Snake Charmer. He then followed up by choosing Day and becoming the demon. So now Rocco, the Snake Charmer ability says pick a player, a chosen demon, swap characters and alignments with you. So Rocco is now the Vortox, and he's evil. Day is now the Philosopher, because that was Rocco's old ability. So Day, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, chat can tell me if I'm wrong, I think he's the Philosopher, not the Snake Charmer.
Yes, Philo. Yep.
Right? That makes sense.
Yes.
He is poisoned because of the Snake Charmer. But here's the interesting thing. Bryant was the Snake Charmer. For a brief moment, Bryant was poisoned by the Philosopher ability. Bryant is no longer poisoned, so Bryant could still be a wrench in this.
Mm-hmm.
First, I'm going to go to Day. Hello, Day.
Hello.
Day, I must tell you that you are now the Philosopher. You are good.
Wait, what? Yes! Thank you to whoever did that. I don't know what you did or how you did it, but thank you. Oh my god.
Welcome, Day.
Thank you. Oh, actually, I know exactly what happened, but that works too. Yes.
I figured it out.
2 and 2.
You got it.
Thank you.
You got there in the end. Thanks, Day. So we, as a storyteller, we can't really tell exactly what happened, but if you've played enough, you start to figure it out. Now, this is where it goes really crazy. Bryant still gets to make a choice. So let's get Bryant in here. Hey, Bryant. Go ahead and pick a player for us. You are the Snake Charmer. Each night, choose an alive player. A chosen demon swaps characters and alignments with you.
I think I'll go with who will handle this worst. Let's go with Rob.
All right, Bryant. You pick Rob. Please go to sleep. Thank you.
Oh.
Okay. Let's get Becca. I'm gonna use the cards for Becca. I'm gonna say make a choice. So Becca will pick a player, which says choose a player. If they nominate tomorrow, they die. Here's an interesting thing that maybe isn't quite apparent. Day knows that Day switched teams. Day is now good. Day was told who the minions are. The minions think that Day is the demon. Day doesn't have to out that they are not the demon anymore. Day could just go to the minions and pretend to still be the demon and try to get the minions to kill the new demon, right? We'll see how Day plays it. Becca is choosing the Witch Curse Denny Boy. So Denny Boy is now marked with the Witch Curse hat. If Denny Boy nominates tomorrow, he will die. And then the only other thing to do is to go to Tiffy. I will say, Tiffy, make a choice. Tiffy is the Dreamer. The Dreamer says each night, choose the player, not yourself. Tiffy will choose a player and learn one good and one evil character. The player she picks will be one of those two. Now, because it's a Vortox game, technically Tiffy must learn 2 characters that the player is not. Tiffy dreams Rob with the text, for the love of God. So Rob will tell her that Rob is for good, for evil we'll say Fengu, and for good we'll say Seamstress. Let's get her in here. Tiffy, I had to see the paper clips, the clothespins.
Yeah.
Are you in pain yet?
Yes. I have already accidentally dropped the F-bomb once, but fortunately you weren't here.
Yeah, we didn't
Sorry,
hear it.
Satan.
All right,
Please
Tiffy.
forgive me.
You are the Dreamer, which says each night choose a player and learn one good and one evil character, one of which is correct. You've picked Rob.
Yes.
And you're going to learn Seamstress or Fangu.
Cool. Either way, Rob's dying. Thank you.
Enjoy. Rob's gonna die. So that's how the Vortox spreads misinformation, right? If it was any other demon, she would have learned potentially truth, but a Vortox forces her to learn incorrect information. And that's it. That's all the first night information. Other roles will act on further nights, so I think at this point we can wake them up. Do we have any donations you want to read at the start of the day phase?
Yeah, I've got a couple, so let's get back out there.
All right, let's do it.
Go away,
Yeah,
Zoe.
I'm going to exit any topic that holds
All right,
back.
good morning, players. Real quick, we have a flurry
Let's
of
move.
donations to read.
We do. Also, Steve,
Bug.
and also maybe I'm dead. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's right. Guess what, Town? If we're gonna do the actual game stuff, which we probably should, unfortunately, Ravenswood Bluff, you wake up in the morning and you learn that your two storytellers, Evil Steve and Satan herself, are dead. Who would kill such evil people? Must have been a demon. A demon walks amongst you. It is your job to find and execute the demon before the town is lost forever.
Absolutely. But before y'all do that, we've got a couple of donations. We've got $15 from Jay. Thank you so much for that donation. We've got $10 from Ninja's mom, who says, Evil Steve jelly beans. So you've got another jelly bean coming. And we've got $150 from Pwned by Joe. Thank you so much for your donations. These are all going to Starlight, who will help kids in hospitals continue to be entertained and to have their lives enriched with games, just as we all love games. So, amazing cause. Y'all are blowing me away. Let's get that game started.
Thank you all so much for donating.
All right, 5 minutes, guys. Oh.
How much for the feet stream? We got hands.
Hey, I'm just going to claim, you believe me or not, I'm the juggler again. I'm looking for people who want me to juggle them.
Okay. Sure. Town Crier.
Town Crier. Okay, cool. Yep. Thanks.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so Coulson has picked the Town Crier to bluff as. Oh.
True. I also think it's funny to be like,
whatever.
Evil Twin the
If you want to.
Klutz. What? Yeah, what are you though?
Yeah, who would Evil Twin the Klutz? I'm the witch. Jenny is cursed.
Awesome. Yeah, I just want to make sure that Jerome is not the evil twin before we do this.
All right, cool. Sounds good.
But yeah, Evil Twin Klutz. Got it. Thanks.
He's chosen to lie. Sorry, they've chosen to lie to their minions. So we'll see how this goes.
Put you down as Fargo. I mean,
all right, sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I will put you down in
Third candy.
Bye.
Yep. Bye. I'm not the Oracle.
All right, I'm opening my third candy. I'm picking yellow this time because yellow is usually the sourest of these. I'm on 3 of like 14 sour candies, right? Something crazy like that.
I dropped amazing.
It. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, it was 8 from one donation, and you've got quite a few from others, a couple others. So I think your 14 was correct.
Fingers
you have
crossed.
Jelly beans from this recent one. And chat, you can always add more onto that.
I'll do some jelly beans at night. Oh,
Because I'm the witch.
Oh, okay.
All right. Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we're saying that this ends today, right?
What,
or can I pay money
the
to take these off?
for the whole game duration.
I
Can we
did
get
say
a
that,
vote,
but
a
this
ruling
is
on
way
this, Evil
too
Steve?
long. I've already choked like twice.
How many do you have to put on total?
You've even put 10 on.
But is there anyone else who also donated for you? So I'm the only one who loves you, basically, is what you're saying.
Yes, you're the only one that hates me.
I think
so. We should not go fake twins because we're gonna have 2 loud minions.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, we don't necessarily have to have 2 loud, but yeah, I mean, we could also play it off as, oh, we're just being silly. But yeah, and I asked Jerome to turn me into the Fangu because I have heard from I know I've spoken to a potential outsider already.
All right, cool.
Steve, can you stick around for a second?
Hey, Dave.
Rules clarification.
Sure.
Let's say, hypothetically, I was the starting Vortox who got jumped to by a Philo snake charmer, so I'm currently the poisoned philosopher, hypothetically.
Sure.
If I am pit-hagged into another role, say a Fangu, am I still poisoned, or does that go away because the philosopher ability snake charmer thing is no longer in play?
I would rule that you would technically still be poisoned as long as the snake charmer's still in play. Sorry. Okay, the Philo... Actually, here's the thing. Technically, the Philo left play, so you're not poisoned at all, right? Like,
is that... I actually don't know off the top of my head if that's how that works.
So the poison comes from the snake charmer ability. I'm gonna rule that you are technically not poisoned. How's about
You are
that?
going to rule that I'm sober.
Yes, because the
Okay.
thing that gave you the poison was the philosopher snake charm ability that left play. So I'm gonna rule you're sober.
I will take it. Yeah, cool. Okay. Thanks.
Okay.
Now I don't know if I want to become the Thangu, but I probably do. Thanks.
Sure.
Hey,
Danny boy.
Steve, may I please have some savant information?
Yes. So I will let you know that either one of your neighbors is currently witch cursed,
Okay.
or one of your neighbors is an outsider.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Whew. So for those of you keeping score at home, that was the savant who each day learns 2 pieces of information. One true, one false. Unfortunately, both things I gave him were false because of the Vortox. That is how that works. All right. Oh, the sour candy is so sour. It actually wasn't sour, and then I bit into it at the end, and all the powder in the middle rushed into my mouth, and I regretted it instantly. All right, players. It is that time, my favorite time of Blood in the Clocktower, time for shenanigans. If you have a public ability you'd like to use, put your hand up. I will come around and let you know. What's give me a second. Let you choose which ability you'd like to use. I will start at the top and work my way around. We'll start with Bryant.
I'd like to juggle Ash as the Fangu and the 4 outsiders.
Ash is the Fangu and all 4 outsiders. Heard. Mark?
I'll juggle Denny as a savant, Colson as a town crier, Jerome as the sage, Becca as the artist, and Nina as the clockmaker.
Heard. Colson?
Yeah, I'll juggle Mark as the mutant, Denny as the sage, Bryant as the philosopher, Day as the savant, and Nina as, well, let's just pick one of the evil roles, the Fangu.
All right. Heard. Nina?
I would like to juggle Ash as the Fangu, and we'll just leave it at that.
Heard. Rob?
Rob would like to juggle Tiffy as the dreamer, Colson as the flower girl, Ash as the oracle, Nina as the barber, and myself as the juggler.
Heard. Rocco?
I would like to juggle Bryant as all 4 demons and the mutant.
Heard.
What is happening in the background, Rocco?
Tiffy?
There's a donor
Also,
incentive.
before-
He's being stalked.
Exactly. And speaking of donor incentives, we did just put a new one up for a cumulative 17K on the marathon, which we are under $60 away from reaching. We will take those clothespins off of Tiffy's feet. If you would like to contribute towards that, that goal is live right now.
What is the goal?
Then
we want
exactly $50. Oh,
but then people will not give money anymore.
It looks like we have met that goal already. So Tiffy, you can go ahead and take those clothespins off.
All right, we're gonna need some more tins to put them back on.
No,
we're all going
Tiffy.
to get another $100.
They need to go more expensive
Tiffy,
for the next round, Tiffy.
You're muted.
That's why nobody can hear me. Tiffy would like to juggle herself as the juggler, Rob as the Vortox, Rob as the philosopher, Rocco as the Vortox, Rocco as the seamstress.
Heard.
We've also got, by the way, to help us meet that, we have $250 from Suck It, Brian. Thank you so much for that.
No. Suck it, Mike.
And we have $100 from Rock and Rolla, who says, "Give Mark a 5 for the lulz." So, Mark, you gotta do that.
We're hustlers. All right, players, we've done our juggles.
How many? 5?
It says A5 for the lulz. You can ask in chat what that means, particularly.
Well, I don't think he can. He'll have to watch the stream.
Players' nominations are open if you'd like to try to kill players.
Bryant nominates Ash.
Bryant nominates Ash. Tell us more.
I mean, come on. Clearly the Fango.
Ash?
God. Just because I have a demon hand doesn't mean I'm the demon.
All right, players. It'll take 6 votes to put Ash on the block. And so for those of you guys watching Clocktower for the first time, there is a set of hands. It starts on Ash. It goes around the circle. If your hand is up when it crosses you, that is a vote to kill Ash. We need at least 6 votes because there are 12 players, and that is the halfway.
Ash, we need your vote.
5 is not enough. Ash is safe for the day. Oh, the train has left the station. Look at all those people riding it. Look at all the donations. I see 1 William, 2 Williams, 3 Williams, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 Williams on the train. Choo choo.
Nice. Hey, there was someone that told me that they were willing to die today. I don't want to out them if they don't want that, but
Mark?
I think it was Rob.
Mark, your hand was up.
I don't mind dying.
No?
I was going to nominate, but that's okay.
Go ahead and nominate.
I'll nominate Nina.
Mark nominates Nina. Tell us why.
I've heard she may be willing to die, and we have to kill somebody.
Nina?
I think today is a delightful day.
I am a delightful day.
Day.
Ooh, that's so nice.
It'll take 6 votes to put Nina on the block.
This reads socially pretty good
Note.
for Nina.
Note chat.
It's okay.
Both of Denny's
I'd rather do
leaders
this. I'd rather do
nominated,
this today.
And that was one of his
Agreed, but
preferences
you need
on
to
it
kill
for us.
somebody, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think it
Way
might
rather do this today.
Ooh, that's a
8's
lot.
enough. Nina is currently marked for execution. Unless we can get more than 8 on somebody else.
I will explain my reasons.
I
later,
don't
but-
think you're the clockmaker, Nina.
Nope. We're
Nope.
good.
Okay.
She's not the partner.
I think Nina's a barber.
Any other nominations?
I don't know.
Or
what
Klutz, probably.
Nina's a klutz.
Oh, well.
Nina would
me.
like to not be Fangu jumped effectively.
All right. I will bring this day to a close.
Denny Boy nominates Tiffy.
Denny Boy nominates Tiffy and dies. Tell us why.
Whoa.
Nice.
Oh no!
Okay, so we've
This
got a
is so
witch.
sad. I'm dead. How could this happen? Tiffy, you did this, didn't you? This was you.
She's a witch.
I don't want to kill Nina because Nina wants to die. That's why.
That's your
So
dead
Denny
vote.
should-
That'll be your dead vote. Danny, that's your dead vote.
Tiffy,
I know.
your defense?
Don't.
I also don't want to kill Nina because Nina seems good. I didn't vote on Nina, Denny.
We're good
That's
to
one.
let me die.
I think Nina wants to die for some reasons. I would let it happen.
No, don't
Honestly.
let people die for fun.
We all
No,
love somebody.
it's better, Denny. I will explain later, but I promise it's better if I die
No
now.
All right. It'll
I think
take
it sounds
8
like Nina wants to
8
die.
votes to put 8 will tie 9 to put Tiffy on the block instead of Nina.
No.
We also
I
have
think
Flower
it might
Girl.
be more Talks game.
We also have Flower Girl, Town Crier info, that kind of stuff.
Oh, do we
the
want
good news
everybody to
is
vote for
4
Flower
is
Girl?
not enough. Tiffy is safe for the day.
Is anyone
Final
not
call
voted?
for nominations.
Is anyone not
I have
voted?
voted.
2 people have not voted.
I did not vote. Do you want me to vote for Flower Girl stuff? I can.
It's safe to nom because the witch has done this thing.
Rocco, nominate
Right.
Rocco.
Tiffy,
Rocco
Tiffy
nominates. Rocco, oh my god, I bit in again. Tell us why.
Rocco, you need the votes.
Okay. 8 will tie, 9 to die.
Who hasn't voted?
Jerome.
Jerome, you
Jerome,
voted?
go.
Jerome
I have
voted on
voted. I
Ash.
have voted.
Wait, so has everyone voted?
Yeah, Jerome voted on Ash.
No, there's still one person that hasn't voted.
Or are we just
Didn't
doing a
vote.
vortex?
4
check with
not
Flower
enough.
Girl?
Did
Who
Denny
is the
vote?
one who has not voted?
Denny.
I haven't
Denny
voted.
has
I
Yeah,
don't.
but I don't think Denny's the demon, guys.
Bringing
Yeah.
this
I could be
day
thinking, hey, you don't know
to
that.
a close
It's 2024.
in
Demons can be dead
3,
too.
Yeah, demons can be dead.
2,
Oh, Ash, did you vote?
1. Ninja Nina is executed and dies.
I'm in a klutz pick day.
Nina
Yay.
claims Klutz and picks Day. The game goes on.
I did vote. I believe it was on Nina.
Okay, first of all, there's a lot of layered nuance that might be lost on some of our players, so let's decipher this just a bit. Denny Boy, as a savant, learned that either his neighbors were witch cursed or they were outsiders. When they both nominated, he assumed neither one was witch cursed, which made him probably think he was safe. He nominated and died. That was just mean. Whoever did that was definitely an evil storyteller. Secondly, they did not tell their teammates what happened. Their teammates still think that Day is the demon, and in fact, Day theoretically could still become the demon if they choose. I believe the plan is for Jerome to turn Day into a Fangu, which is going to make the game just wild. What else happened? Nina died as the barber, but pretended to be the klutz. The klutz is an outsider that says when you die, publicly choose one alive player. If they are evil, your team loses. The minions just saw a klutz pick an evil player and the game didn't end. Now they might be questioning whether or not Day is still the demon. And of course, Nina isn't the klutz, so it doesn't really matter. But Day's not the demon, so nobody knows what's going on other than Rocco at this point in the game. Welcome to Blood in the Clocktower.
And welcome to Zeldathon as well. If you're just getting in here, I want to tell everybody a little bit about Zeldathon while we think about what madness just transpired. We are benefiting the Starlight Children's Foundation, which was indeed founded in 1982. 1912. That's a long time ago. 1982, with the goal to deliver happiness to hospitalized children and their families to help alleviate stress, fear, and feelings of loneliness during their hospital stay. Starlight programs make the hospital an easier place to be by unleashing the power of play, empowering kids with a renewed sense of optimism, resilience, and courage to endure long hospital stays. And an amazing fact about Starlight that I wanted to share with you all is that Starlight has received a 4-star Charity Navigator rating for the 7th year in a row, which is an honor that only 13 charities have received based on fiscal responsibility and transparency. So they are an amazing charity. You know that when you put your donations in, that they are using that for an incredible cause, and they are doing some amazing work helping bring children more happiness in a hard time in their lives. And also, another way that you can contribute to Starlight without sending in a direct donation is by going to the Zeldathon merch store. $5 from every single merch purchase will go to the Starlight Children's Foundation, and you get something amazing from the Zeldathon store. There's a lot of amazing amazing things specifically for this winter Masquerade marathon, like the Sus Masquerade, like the Snowy Masquerade. There's all sorts of amazing stuff, and of course, the highlight of it all, the Finn plush, the plush of our adorable mascot here at Zeldathon. Y'all absolutely want that. So go ahead and go to zeldathon.com/store for all that incredible stuff. And let's get back to the Clocktower, shall we?
That stuff's so amazing. It's so cool. It's good that you know that your money's going somewhere that's responsible. That I hadn't heard that before, so that's actually really cool. Before we get rolling, I'm going to do one of my jelly beans. I have this spinner. I spun, and it says, you can see here, it says peach or barf. This why would anyone do this to a human being? That makes no sense. Is that even the right one? I think it. Okay, one jelly bean in. Let's see what flavor is it. Peach. We did it. Oh wait, is it? There's a little bit of a barfy aftertaste, but I think that's just a jelly bean. I think it's peach. Okay, yeah, that's peach. We're good. One. Okay, breathe a sigh of relief. Okay, so I've asked Rocco, since Nina was the barber says when you die, the demon can swap 2 players. Rocco is swapping Bryant and Ninja Nina. So Nina now, oh my gosh, that was our snake charmer. So Nina is now the snake charmer. And Bryant is now the barber. I will let Bryant know Wake Bryant, you are the barber. Wake Nina, you are the snake charmer. All right. Next up, the philosopher, Day, might get to use their ability. Day, craziness. So I've ruled that you are sober and healthy. Would you like to use your ability?
Yeah, you sure have. I'll take Savant. I'm sorry. But I think that in a known Vortox game, that's my strongest move.
Okay. Savant it is. Thank you, Day. So Day now has the Savant ability. Even though Day is technically still the philosopher, which drunks our existing Savant. Who's dead, so it doesn't really matter.
Although there's still a barber in the game.
There still is a barber, so anything can happen.
Abilities can become alive abilities.
That's exactly right. Anything can happen here. The next thing is going to be, well, I'm going to get Becca's pick. So here's the next thing that's going to happen. Jerome is planning to turn Day into Jerome thinks that Day is going to become a new demon, so it's going to change from a Vortox into a Fangu. What that's going to do is create a second demon. Now, let me be clear of something, chat. The proper thing to do when somebody makes a second demon is to kill one of the two demons, so only one demon is left. Unfortunately, this is not a regular game. We already are leaning into the chaos. I'm going to let Day be the second demon. We're going to have two demons, a good demon and an evil demon. We'll see what happens there. So because the poisoning came from the Philo snake charmer who left play, I'm ruling that the poisoning also left play. Probably not right, but I've already ruled it, so it is what it is. Mark is now cursed. Okay. Let's get Jerome in here really quick. Jerome, please choose a player and a character they become.
All right. So first, I'll emphasize that it was his idea, not mine. Their idea, not mine. I think it's a bad idea, but that's what they want to do. So let's go with that. I turn Day into the Fangu.
Okay, Day. You're going to choose Day and choose Fangu.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Jerome.
Thank you.
So any reasonable person would tell you, not to do this. They would basically kill Day instantly when this happens. But we're going to let it ride and see what happens.
Yeah, because now that there's two demons, you can just decide to kill whoever you want. That's their arbitrary.
Hello, am I a Fangu now?
Day, you are now the Fangu. You are good.
Thank you.
Enjoy. Exactly. So let's get Rocco's kill and Day's kill. Make a choice. Rocco. Make a choice. Let's see. Bryant is the barber. So they still make the kills, but we just the PAG says that if a new demon's made, deaths are arbitrary. So you could have 2 people die, you could have 0 people die. There's a lot you could do. In this case, we're gonna just leave. We're gonna do 0 deaths. Day picks Mark. Rocco picks Bryant. So now we're going to ignore those. Nobody dies. Sage doesn't happen. We go to Tiffy. Let her make a choice. Mark juggled. Oh, Ash as the Oracle goes next. So Ash knows how many dead players are evil. There's 2 dead players. We're going to tell Ash. We have to lie. We can't say 0. Kind of a point in favor of killing someone else tonight.
Do Mark.
I would want there to be 0 or 2 deaths just to signal that there was a demon change. If we kill 2, I feel like maybe that's...
Yeah.
Well, we kind of have been going a long time. Okay, I'm going to kill... So, Day picked Mark, and Rocco picked Bryant. So I'm going to kill Coulson. Mark's the meanest kill here because he's going to get his information. All right, we're mean. That's fine. We're gonna kill Mark. We could be mean. We're evil, right?
Seems so.
Tiffy picks Nina and is going to learn. So she claimed to be the klutz, but we're gonna say that Nina is the barber. A good evil character. Yeah, we'll
It'd
say
be fun to
witch.
make them think that a Serenivus could have been in the game, but yeah,
That's
maybe
possible.
witch.
Yeah. All right, Mark's not getting the information. Sorry, Mark. You only got one correct. I would have had to lie to you anyways. Okay, I think that's it. I'm gonna spin another thing before we wake up and we get some donations ready.
Yeah.
I got juicy pear or booger.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, chat. Why did I agree to this? Okay.
Also, with my donos, I will read out the method of death donation for both of them as well.
Oh, we got two lined up.
I
Perfect.
want to remind chat that you can do that, by the way. $10, and you say in your donation message that you want this to be the method of death that comes up next. We will go ahead and make that be the next method of death.
I can't tell if this is a pear or a booger. It doesn't taste like
That's
either.
not a good sign. Oh no.
It tastes a little gross. I'm gonna guess it's a booger. But if that's the worst of it, I'm not happy. That's not so bad. I got off light on that one. Okay. Do you wanna do one death and then do the second one? We could do Coulson first and then Mark, maybe?
Sure. They'll both die from the same method, though.
All right. Let's wake him up.
Oh my god, the donations I've already gotten $17,372.
I just ate a booger jelly bean, everyone.
Oh my god.
It tastes like boogers.
All right. We have some donations ready to go, including method of death. But I will say that in the night, Mark has died, as did Coulson.
Demon Swamp.
And the both of them, because of Hop Pop's generous donation, have died because they stayed up too late playing Zelda. You gotta
That's
stop
reasonable.
staying up so late. We also have 2 more donations. We have
Did I send your number? I don't think I sent your
info.
number. Okay, yeah, sorry. You learned a 1.
Wonderful.
I meant
Thanks.
to say it.
and we also have a $10 donation from Rock and Rolla who says, please give Mark a 4 since someone ruined the other expensive one. Semicolon, bracket. So we'll say that again when Mark gets
Yeah.
All right, who haven't talked to yet? If you haven't talked to.
Came the good philosopher. I went to the
Okay.
pit hag and asked them to turn me into the Fangu. They did. There's now an evil Vortox and a good Fangu roaming around. Twice the shot at killing the evil team.
Okay.
Just want to sorry about this. Just button in. I'm reading the donos, so Steve, hi. I should be where you are. I have a dono here that I did read, but didn't seem to get on air. We got $10 from Rock and Rolla who says, please give Mark a 4 since someone ruined the other expensive one. Semicolon bracket. We also had $69.69 from Tiffy who says, careless whisper secret sound. So
that sounds
amazing donos. Thanks, y'all.
There's 3 rock and roller.
Good times. But yeah, so that's the story.
There's 4.
I am not outing who the minions are yet because I want to string them along as long as possible. Mostly just because.
I know you're not the seamstress.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I am the Oracle. I have a 1.
Okay.
I'm inclined to believe it.
You think it's a Vortox game, perchance?
No, I'm inclined to believe. Well, I'm inclined to believe it's at least a 1 via information that I'm probably not willing to share with you.
Okay. Okay, works for me. All right, later.
So it could be a 1, it could be a 2, but I don't think it's a 0.
I don't see 2 deaths was weird. If it's okay. All right, bye.
So I went to the minions and I'm like, hey, I'm the Vortox, but I'd rather be the Fangu. Can you turn me?
Did you have Ash down as voting?
Let me check. I do not have Ash down as voting.
Yeah, Ash kept insisting that she had voted, but neither Jerome nor I marked her down as voting, and you didn't either.
Yeah, no, I don't have Ash down as voting either.
So Ash purposely dodged the flower girl.
Yep.
Interesting.
All right. Good to know.
Dead. Denny died via witch.
Yeah.
Ash, we haven't talked yet. 2 for 3.
Sure. Fair enough.
I'm going to give you Oracle, Flower Girl, and Crier.
Oracle, Loud, TC. I will give you Oracle, Savant, Seamstress.
Oracle. 7. Seam. All right, thank you very much.
Yeah. For your sake, I happen to know that there was a demon swap last night via Pit Hag, and we currently now have a good Fangu, and that is absolutely hilarious.
You know that for a fact, Ash? Interesting.
Not for a fact, but via my neighbor who supposedly became the good Fangu. I'm inclined to believe there's at least a demon swap considering the 2 deaths, but, you know, if that is what happened, I'm just dying over here laughing at, like, how hilarious that is.
Nice.
So, I hope you're enjoying it, chat. And see ya.
Terminates maybe, and then reverse it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Okay, that's my advice. Take it as you will.
All right, cool. Thank you. Hey, Steve, I'm going to ask you a fake artist question.
Sure, go for it.
What am I going to ask? I don't know. I will probably ask if Ash, Tiffy, or Rob is the demon, and I think that I'm gonna get a no that will hopefully Vortox. No, I want to get a yes because I need to frame that there was a demon switch.
Right.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Perfect. Good luck.
All right, cool. Thank you.
So for chat's benefit, that's when an evil player has like the artist ability, they come and pretend to use the question, just so other people think that it's happening. Hey, Bryant.
Hi, I just gotta kill a minute because I accidentally got myself into bluffing Savant.
Uh-oh. Perfect.
Well, what we're doing is I knew that either Denny or Nina had to be the barber, so I'm just pretending like I became the Savant last night instead of the barber. All right, that's good enough. Thanks.
All right, yep. 2 pieces of information. One's true, one's false. I just got off kill time. Oh my god, I'm about to bite in.
Oh, Vortox in Night Order, so
I think it's helpful.
I have shenanigans to explain to all of town when everyone's ready. Is everyone ready?
We are ready for that. We do have
starting Vortox.
We do have another.
On night 1, I became the good philosopher because the philosopher went Snake Charmer and turned me into the philosopher. Thanks to my friend the Pit Hag, sorry, Jerome, I am now the good Fangu, and there is an evil Vortox out there. I wanted to keep this quiet because the witch could have killed the demon for me, and I could have kept things quiet, but enough people know already, so I'm just telling everyone.
How did your evil team figure out who? How did your minions figure out who the?
They don't know. That's my point.
Oh, are you?
Which is why I was okay. Which is why I was okay with lying.
Because I wanted to keep stringing the minions along. But enough people have been told that it makes sense to just say it now.
I think we have some donations.
So are you the Fangu now?
I am the good Fangu.
So who are the other minions?
Real quick, pause on the game. We do have some donations to read, I believe. So Satan.
Yeah, I just have one from Alan Michael who gives a $10 donation and says Mark seems like he's loving that hot sauce, so it looks like another go for Mark.
Can't get hotter. Can't get hotter, man.
Tiffy?
I am the dreamer. I dreamt Nina wrong last night.
Yes.
That would happen with a Vortox
game.
It was a Vortox game. You were turned into the Fangu.
It's still a Vortox game.
No.
There's an evil Vortox and a good Fangu.
Are you saying that the evil Vortox is still alive?
There's an evil Vortox out there.
Okay, so it's probably
Yeah.
a 0 then, Danny.
So there's 2 demons in this game
Well,
right now. is what we're
Yes,
talking
one
about.
good and one
They-
evil. I killed Mark.
Day, you're gonna kill yourself
Warthog
tonight,
killed
right?
Coulson. What?
Day, you're gonna kill yourself tonight, right?
No, I'm gonna kill the pit hag tonight.
Why don't we kill the pit hag now?
Oh, let's
And you
just
kill
execute the
Freddy
pit
first.
hag.
Kill the pit hag now.
The hag goes before I do. This is why I wanted to keep it quiet.
I have a counter
Sorry.
offer. Can I say something? I have a counter offer for Tom. I'm the pit hag. I won't even hide it. I'm the pit hag. Let me make a snake charmer tonight to make this game even more interesting. How about that?
The snake charmer's in the game, so you can't.
Give me a bluff. Let me try. There's a chance I might turn my demon into a snake charmer.
If Day is-
There's many ways
If
to be
Day-
fine. Let me try.
There's no snake charmer in
please.
the game.
Yeah, if Day's the philosopher, if Day's the good Fengu now, you can make a philosopher.
Hey, who's the other minion?
Becca. Becca's the witch. Sorry, Becca. I also Snake Charmer is the worst character in the game because it leads to not fun because the demon has to out the minions, and that's just not fun. I do not want to do that yet.
I don't know. This is kind of fun.
We still don't know who the demon is.
Technically, you don't
I think
have
it's just
to.
Ash.
Players, nominations are open when you're ready.
We're not playing.
I have a hard time with philosopher on my gram.
Rocco will nominate Jerome.
Rocco nominates.
Thank you. Yes, this is the out.
Tell us more.
Kill the pit hag. Always.
Yeah.
Jerome?
Again, let me try to make either snake charmer or pilot snake charmer. Let me look at the night order first, because I could make this game hilarious. Yes, the file will go first. Actually, no, it won't work because I could make that after. Damn it.
If Day picks a outsider, we lose a good and get it a.
Coulson is the dead mutant. Nina's the dead barber.
Mark.
Actually,
And
yeah, it
Day
would
is
make an
Day
extra
is
thank
going.
you. It would make an evil thank you.
Day just has to kill himself. That's it. Like Day takes out that demon with that kill.
4 votes to put Jerome on the block.
You guys are just playing the fun right now.
I want to, but I just know it's a really bad.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god.
Also, I'm gonna go against my team, but let's be honest. The pilot snake charmer has to be Rob.
Is the hand
Yeah,
stuck?
I might. So, Nina, clarify. Are you still the barber?
No, Nina was never the barber. I'm the barber.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Oh, Denny, you're the barber.
Yes, I'm the
Yeah.
barber. There was
Oh.
a barber swap last night.
Nina.
I got swapped with Nina.
Sorry. Yeah.
Wait, who did?
Wait, what?
I did.
Wait, Coulson?
Brian.
No.
There was a
Brian.
barber swap. I
Right.
wasn't the barber. Denny was
Right.
the barber. There was a swap
I
between
just
me
need,
and
I
Brian.
just need to make sure that whoever I target tonight is not the barber.
Target yourself. Just
No,
target
Becca,
yourself, Day.
we get extra
Target-
kills at the demon.
Second
the
call
other
for
demon,
nominations.
Day.
Becca, you know Becca.
No, the
it's
witch
not.
might kill the demon.
Yeah. Kill Becca, Day.
She might
Ash
kill the
would be
demon.
good.
I think
Ash
Becca's
was thinking
gonna pick dead players for the rest of the game.
Hey, Ash.
What is going to nominate?
Final call for nominations.
Becca's just gonna pick herself or dead players the rest of the game. At this
I
point.
nominate Rob.
Jerome nominates Rob. Tell us why.
1, it's Rob. Always goes to kill Rob no matter what. 2, I think it's most likely. If I was snake charmer, I would bet my life on Rob at that point. And 3, I can make some fun stuff happen if you let me. So, look, I'm gonna gamble to turn me to the snake charmer because I'm sure to lie somewhere and see what happens. Let me try. It'll be funny. Trust me.
Rob?
I am not the demon.
I have a rules question before we vote.
Old Band-Aid.
Yes, what's the
Ugh.
demon order?
Steve.
There's 2.
Yeah. Sorry, I ate an old
Steve,
Band-Aid jelly bean.
Oh, that's good, Dave.
Oh, gross.
Steve, if there was a snake charmer and a philo snake charmer, and which one would you have choose first?
So technically, legally, I can go in any order I want. Generally speaking, if I have a philo that goes snake charmer, I just have them make their pick instantly.
Okay, then Rob's not the demon. Because I was a snake charmer and I picked Rob.
Oh my god!
But
just
like
what
I
I
said, I
call
can go in
them.
any order I want, technically. Especially if I'm using cards.
Sorry, Jerome, you can't make a snake charmer.
Anyways, we're far away. I forgot we're in the middle of the nomination. The Band-Aid screwed me up.
If
6
you
for Rob on
need
the block.
What if I make a good demon, another good demon? Let's make it fun.
More
You know,
good demons.
yeah.
Just break the game more. Why not?
I want a
Well,
bigger
This
than
is
than-
One is
a
not
now
enough.
entirely insane
I'm
game.
gonna bring this day to a close in 3, 2,
Can I get some closing word before I die for our viewers?
1.
This may be my
Whenever
favorite
you win games
S&D
that
game
is not
ever.
familiar with the game, this is not exactly a typical outcome for that game. Just so you know.
Jerome has been executed and dies. Good night,
This is all
everyone.
by the
This
book,
was pretty
guys.
typical.
This is fair. This
I
is
don't-
this
I
is
don't
kind
get
of
it,
typical for sex and violence.
Viewers isn't that?
Okay, that Band-Aid jelly bean was the grossest thing I think I've ever eaten. It was Band-Aid or pomegranate, and it was. I was like, oh, it's not. Oh god, it's gross. 4 jelly beans in, I've got 2 good, 2 bad, or no, 5 in, 3 good, 2 bad.
Disgusting.
Okay, so as Jerome said, and as I warned you guys earlier, this is not how typically it goes. We are fully embracing the chaos here tonight. Okay, so we go to Becca to get her witch choice. She now, as said, doesn't want to curse her own demon. Rocco here. Day might just kill Rocco, which will be interesting. So even if Day kills Rocco, they don't know who the Vortox is anymore. It's still a very interesting game. Becca chooses Day. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. The first kill goes to Day. All right, Day. Go ahead, make a choice.
Yeah, let's kill Ash.
Okay. Ash. It is. You want to make Ash into an evil Fangu?
Totally.
Fate would have Fate. That's what Fate wants, Day.
That is what Fate wants. Yeah, if Ash is an outsider, I know how much Ash wants to be a Fangu.
Very fair. Okay. Thank you, Day.
So yeah.
Unfortunately, although Ash has a history of becoming the Fangu almost all the time, she cannot become the Fangu. She's not an outsider. But there was a chance that they could add an extra evil into the game. That was actually a risky move. Let's get Rocco in here. Rocco, you have a choice to make.
I want to go over rules of something real quick. I
Sure.
mean, you can make an obsession because it'd be funny. If I kill the barber, and can I swap Day with Becca, even though it says not another demon? It'd be funny.
It would be funny, but the rules do say not another demon, Rocco.
But the content, Steve, the content.
Would it be good for the content? Yes. Would I allow you to break that rule?
You should. You gave me a good demon to deal with, Steve. I had to kill Day or get rid of Day.
Yeah. Yeah. Chat, what do we think? What do we think?
Chat
We
should
break
say
the
yes.
rule. We've already sort of like done what we're not supposed to do, right? Which is let 2 demons live. Chat, I don't think chat's on your side,
some
Rocco.
no, some yes, but I think mostly no.
Chat,
Yeah.
you gotta have my back here.
It wouldn't make an extra demon, it would just swap. So I guess it would. No,
Some
yeah.
do it.
Okay.
Some don't do it.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna adhere to the rules.
Alright, well then we gotta kill Day. I gotta get rid of that. I can't
All
have
right.
him killing me.
I mean, she's out there being a wild cannon. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see what happens. I guess,
Here's the interesting thing,
think-
Rocco, and I shouldn't be telling you this. I'm eating a sour thing. Sorry.
Oh,
Day
you're
has
fine.
no way to know when they kill the actual demon, right? So
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Let's kill Bryant. Let's kill Bryant and have some fun with it.
okay, Bryant.
Let's kill Bryant and then let's swap. Let's swap Becca and Tiffy. Why not? We're going chaos this game.
I'm sorry, I'm dying over here. You're swapping who?
Becca and Tiffy.
All right, Becca and Tiffy. Thanks.
Yep, thank you.
Oh, my mouth hurts.
Oh no.
All right, so Rocco kills Bryant. The barber dies, which means we get to swap 2 players. So Tiffy becomes the witch. Becca becomes the dreamer. But Tiffy's the good witch, and Becca is the evil dreamer. So wake Tiffy, say you are the good witch. Wake Becca and say you are the evil dreamer.
Wicked cameo? Wicked crossover?
Uh-oh. A little bit of wickedness. Becca then gets to make a choice. There's actually no more information coming into town at all.
Yep. This is so exciting.
A wild game. SMV, Sex and Violence, is easily the most chaotic of the three that come in the base game, but even this is sort of turning it to the max.
Yeah.
In a way, I
absolutely.
regret it, but I don't regret anything. Let's be honest.
No.
Yep.
It's great
Which
fun.
curse clears off day.
And I still have no idea what team's going to win.
That is true. Day
No
might
idea.
be, as long as there's 2 deaths, Day knows that there's, yeah. So Becca picks Ash. So I will say the I have to lie, but it doesn't really matter. We'll say the Town Crier or the Fangu because it's Ash. All right. That's it. Wake 'em up. We got some donations to go.
Right. We do have one death donation. So
Perfect.
when
We
wake
have
up,
one death.
We'll say that. Yeah.
We can do the death donation, and then we can roll in. You got anything else, or just the death one?
Going. Just the death one.
Perfect. You also got.
Let's get some more donos in. I wanna torture our folks or do more death.
Yeah, let's get some more chaos going. We got about 25 minutes to get on the next train. I want you on the train. I want more Williams in there.
Let's get on
All right.
the train.
Let's wake him up.
Good sir.
No, I
And
hearken
me.
other things to other people.
Good morning, Ravenswood Bluff. Unfortunately, Ash has died in the night, as did Bryant. And we have a donation.
Yes, and both Ash and Bryant, courtesy of Trill Girl's $10 donation, were drowned in hot Baja Blast. Trill Girl says, "Can
You
someone
wanna
die
lick,
by
Mark?
drowning in hot Baja Blast, please?" And yes, they did.
Nobody is witch cursed today. I can guarantee that.
Were you barber swapped?
Are you the
I was barber.
Are you the witch, Tiffy?
Yes,
how?
Tiffy was barber swapped.
What are you now, Becca?
That's not possible. The
Now the
barber is
evil
already
dreamer.
dead.
Yeah, the barber's dead again. I'm still the barber though.
Wait, what? I'm sorry.
Okay, so the evil team didn't know who the barber was, so
Yeah.
we tried to hide it a little.
I was the barber.
But that means Day didn't kill me.
So the demons
No,
just
they
Yeah.
killed me. They
No.
told me. Told me they were killing me.
Wait, Ash, you told me that you were the Oh no, you told me you were the Oracle.
I told you I was the Oracle. It's fine. I'm
Are you
still-
actually
I'm
the
still
Oracle,
disappointed.
Ash?
Yeah.
So Rocco?
Yeah.
You don't think it's Rob?
Either Rocco or Rob, one of the
Well,
two.
I
I
speak
like
from-
We've
I
got
Rob.
one
speak from the
execution
Rob.
and
Yeah,
one
that's
night
okay.
kill. No, we've got one execution.
That's the barber.
Nina was the original barber.
Oh, I know that, but
And
like
then
someone
Brian-
became the barber because Nina was
Brian
swapped.
became
right?
yeah, Brian became the barber.
Brian became. So there was no clockmaker. Okay, I got it.
Nope.
All
So
right,
it's either
so
you or
we're-
Rocco, and I think it's Rocco, and I hope I'm
Yeah,
correct.
I think it's
about
Rocco.
that.
Also, here's the reason why. I told Rocco I was a sage just recently, and I didn't
Okay.
die last night because I can clear people based on negative Vortex info, you know?
Right, I agree with that.
So
Also,
I think
Rocco
that's
gave me a
why
really-
I was not killed by the demon because I would
Yeah.
be clearing, you know, demon candidates.
Yeah.
So.
Also, Rocco gave me a really fishy seamstress claim, which is like,
Yeah.
it didn't sound very believable. He's
It
like,
was between
I'll
me
tell
and
you
me
later.
Well, Rocco told me his seamstress claim was between me and Nicholson and got a no, which fits with a Vortex world. But did he tell you something different?
No, it doesn't, because in the world that he's good, you're evil, which means that he should have gotten a yes.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, so Rocco's just the demon.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. All right. Thanks. Bye.
Thanks, Rob. Oh, it's so high.
How many shirts are you wearing, Denny?
Well, I don't know. I lost count of where we were at with donations, so I'm
You just
wearing
add.
17 shirts and 6 buffs. And myself a
Jeez.
hat.
And a hat.
Excellent.
I just
I
ate a
gave
jelly
up
bean.
in-
It was either berry blue or toothpaste, and it was toothpaste, but just tastes like mint. It was actually refreshing. I like it. That one's not a bad
Delightful, Steve. Hooray. All right, time to go crucify Rocco.
one. At some point, like it
Looks
becomes an
we
interesting
might
puzzle here.
Get re-reckon. Yeah.
Yeah. The game's definitely in its
Certainly.
last legs for sure. But that's fine because we were in the
For
last
sure.
20 minutes.
Exactly. And this was an incredibly entertaining game. This is such a standout.
I agree with that. In many ways, I feel like this is not a good brand ambassador to Clocktower, but it does show just how crazy the game can get. In which case, in a way, it was
In
good.
which case, and also I'll just say to chat real quick before we go back, there is more Clocktower coming on Zeldathon. You do not have to worry. Tomorrow we've got Minecraft on the Clocktower happening early in the day, around noon Pacific time. And we've also got Grimoire on the Clocktower on our final day on Wednesday, which will bring in some of the big names you know and love. So we've got so many more games of Clocktower. I think we have another one too. The schedule is absolutely stacked with Clocktower. So
Yeah.
if you liked what you saw, come on back.
The one on Wednesday will have a bunch of Clocktower like celebrities, all stars, people that know the game, and a bunch of Zeldathon people that don't know the game as well playing together.
That don't know the game as well.
And
It's
I'll
going to
be
be an
storytelling that one
incredible
as
mix
well.
of stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, Evil Steve will be back. Definitely come back for that. It's amazing.
All right, Jerome wants ping me. Let me get Jerome real quick.
Someone tomorrow.
No, I think we kill you today, Day.
What's up, Jerome?
Oh, no, my question is about the Night Order, but I'm pretty sure that Becca never got to pick a wish target, right?
Becca did pick a witch target.
Assuming Becca was Barber swap with Tiffy in the night, she never got to pick a wish target in that order, right?
She would have picked and then been swapped after.
Okay, therefore her pick is no longer valid.
Correct.
All right, thank you.
Sure.
So
No,
We
we
just
can't.
sleep.
No,
We
All right,
might as well kill
players.
me then, because if we sleep, I just kill myself.
Nominations are.
You're right.
no.
Nominations are.
We
So
cannot
can I-
kill, guys. We cannot kill Day today. If we kill Day and Day's put on the block. Oh wait, never mind. Tiffy's the witch now. Never mind. That doesn't work. Sorry.
Also, the witch
Assuming
turns
we
off
trust
after
it,
3.
like is there a world where Tiffy is the Vortox?
No.
Okay. Cool.
Why don't we just kill Rob or Rocco?
So first of all,
Because if
it's
we're
not-
wrong, we lose, Mark. That's why.
Listen, guys, it's really quite simple. Rocco is the demon,
Mhm.
and I outed my role very early to Nina. I outed my role late to Rocco. Rocco did not kill me last night because I would get sage information that was negative Vortox sage information, so I'd be clearing people. And Rocco did not want that to happen, so Rocco did not kill me last night.
I told Tiffy
Well-
first conversation on the seamstress with a no.
Yeah. Also, Rocco said that I was a no between me, Colson and myself for the sweetheart information, which would imply that I am obviously not an opposite team, not in the same team if I was non-Vortox game. Therefore, we must be on the same team if it's a Vortox game, right? But in order for me to be on the same team as Colson in a Vortox game, that doesn't make any sense because Rocco has to frame me as the demon. So therefore, that's a incorrect seamstress bluff earlier. It was an appropriate seamstress bluff earlier, but now that he has to frame me as the demon, it doesn't work. So the point is, it can only be Rocco.
It's not me.
That's probably true. Yes.
Yeah, and that was pointed out by Denny.
Depends on when the seamstress information happened, but if it happened before, Snake Charmer was day 1. Never mind.
It was
Yeah.
a regular
Yeah.
Vortox in play
Yeah.
the whole game.
Yeah.
Brian, your
Yeah.
hand is up. Would you like to say something?
Yep. To pile on to the why it's Rocco, yesterday when Rob was nominated, I asked a clarification about a philosopher choosing Snake Charmer, making the choice. Steve said that he would have had that Snake Charmer choose right away. He then tried to backtrack and say that he could do it in any order, but I think what we gleaned from that he actually did have that happen, which means when I chose Rob, I was sober because the philosopher had already swapped. So I was no longer Philo drunk. So when I chose Rob, since Rob did not swap with me, Rob wasn't the demon at that point, which would have been after the Philo Snake Charmer swap. But I don't care which day you do it, but I will only vote for Rocco.
So
I haven't swapped. I've been the sage the whole time, and based on what Denny pointed out with the seamstress info from Rocco, it can't fit if Rocco wants to frame me as a demon, so it has to be Rocco as a demon.
I posit that if we get one more shot at an execution either way, we take that execution today rather than tomorrow, so I can potentially win this game by suicide.
Nations are open
No.
if you guys are ready.
I don't want to do that.
Rocco nominate Day.
Rocco nominates Day. Tell us why.
This is the way we should do this. If you think I'm the demon, kill me tomorrow, but we should get rid of a surefire demon today.
I'm getting rid of myself tonight no matter what. Like, there's no world where I'm not doing that. And, like, we get one shot either way, so why not take that shot today?
But Day, if you do that and Rob is the demon, then Rob kills somebody else and 2 people die tonight.
And we lose, right?
And we lose.
And we lose.
But if we execute me today, then Rob would kill someone tonight and we'd kill Rocco tomorrow. So it's all the same.
It doesn't matter. No, because during the day, yes.
The world in which you wouldn't do that is you are evil and this is a play.
Yep.
And I can definitely see you doing this as a play.
I just say it's safest to kill Day.
It'll take 3 votes to put Day on the board.
I understand your logic, but
you vote?
it's safer.
Why are you voting, Rob?
Because I think Rocco's a demon. I'm only voting for Rocco.
Keep my hand up.
3 is enough. Ash has used a ghost vote.
Correct.
Day is
Day
now
nominates
on
Rocco.
the block. Day nominates Rocco. Tell us more.
I think I've already said basically everything. We get one execution. We might as well do it now rather than tomorrow.
Nina, can you mute, please?
Yeah, Nina, can you mute? You got some background noise. Rocco?
I've said my piece why we should kill Day today. This could just be a giant play. If we have 2 demons alive and we're wrong, which you are wrong, you just lose here.
I'll put my hand down to avoid a tie.
All right. 3 will tie. 4 to put Rocco on the block.
Tippy, will you vote for me?
I hate this. I don't like this at all.
We were killing Rocco tomorrow.
5 is
You're
enough.
killing me today and you're going to lose.
If we
Rocco's
killed you
down the
tomorrow,
block.
we'd lose too if that's the situation.
Well, then why are we doing this today?
If Rocco is somehow not the demon, then they can kill a dead body today. If
You're not going to know that. The game's going to continue no matter what.
We won't know either way. I have to kill myself.
Yeah, while Day's alive, the game doesn't end.
right, no, I agree. I'm just saying if you want
Final
Basically, if
call for
Rocco's not the
nominations.
demon, we lost.
Yeah, we just lost right now, but it is what it is.
That's not true.
That's
In order for that to be true, I have to be the demon. I'm not the demon, so.
if Rob is the demon, Day, you kill a dead body tonight.
You're not
we
going to
wait
know that,
3.
Danny, because the game's going to continue no matter what.
Day has
Right.
to.
So if
Yes,
Day
but
kills
we're
a
gonna-
dead body, then on either scenario, then we're good.
No, but
no.
we have to
It's
do
with
demons tomorrow,
2 demons.
and we can't win.
Thank you for explaining that. I'm sorry.
Bringing this day to a close in 3, 2, 1. Rocco has been executed and dies. Good night, everyone.
Yeah, my argument is we were killing Rocco tomorrow, so it's
we lost.
mechanically identical.
It's not.
Okay, so as you can see, these people are trying to piece out. This is not a game state most of these players have ever been in. 2 demons alive, 1 good, 1 evil. They're not used to this sort of thing, so they're trying to math it out. So to Rocco's point, if Rocco was not the demon, let's just say Tiffy was actually the demon or Rob was the demon, and Day kills themselves, the demon kills somebody else, and guess what? There's only 2 players alive. Evil wins. Day is now gambling. If Day kills themselves, they win the game. But if Day doesn't, then the game has to go on because there's still a demon in play, right? It's this really weird situation. Oh. Anyhow, before this ends, I'm gonna do another one of these stupid jelly beans. I've eaten so much, my mouth is so raw. I can't even spin. What the heck?
Let me go back out there. I have one more for Mark. I'll leave chat in suspense as to what it says.
Oh, all right, this is the pomegranate or Band-Aid one again. Oh, it's a Band-Aid. Oh. Okay.
Chat, you did this, and we love you for it.
Tiffy, make a choice. But.
No.
All right, Day, make a choice. I'm gonna bring Day in here and chat with Day. Another Band-Aid Day. I ate another Band-Aid jelly bean.
Why would you do that? I kill myself. Suicide.
You choose
Let's
yourself?
see
I was
if
gonna say
win
this
or
is a
lose from this
very,
suicide.
very important choice. I was trying to explain to chat like the thing of it. You were killing yourself. So as a good demon, the game can't end while you're alive.
Correct.
If another demon's in play making another kill tonight and you kill yourself
over.
instead of the actual demon, then evil wins.
Correct.
So you are
I
gambling.
guess in theory, if I hit the actual demon tonight, then we would wake up with 3. That is actually
Correct.
interesting, and then we could kill me. Actually, that is true.
I was trying to explain to chat. That's the gambit here, right?
That is the gambit, but I've spoken. I mean, honestly, and if Rocco's the demon, actually, shit. Hang on.
That's the question, right? If Rocco's the demon, then you have to kill yourself to win. Or
then I get another shot. God, do I kill Becca here? I'm gonna make a weird gamble. Hang on. Let me just think this through. If I kill Becca, then we would wake with, let's say hypothetically Rocco's the demon. I kill Becca, we wake with 3, correct?
Yes.
If I'm the only living demon.
If you kill, so if you kill someone, like let's say you kill Becca, Becca's not the demon. If the other demon's still alive, they make their kill. If they don't kill Becca, the game would be over.
Yeah, we do get 2 shots this way. Yeah, I pick Becca.
All right. Yep. So you're picking. So yeah. So this is the gambit.
This is probably socially the
if
wrong
you kill
move
Becca
to make.
and the demon's still alive, then they're winning, right? Oh, the game.
But if I kill myself and the demon's still alive, they're winning too.
Correct. If you, but like
if I kill myself, the demon kills Tiffy, and then the demon wins.
Correct. Yeah, you'd have to
It's a
specifically kill the
strictly
demon.
safer move.
So Becca.
Yeah.
Okay, Becca, it is.
Thank you.
Thank you, Day. Wow, this is gonna be an interesting
Okay. It was a choice I could not have predicted.
right? Okay. You're not supposed to actually influence the players as much, but this is for entertainment. Becca is now cursed by Tiffy. That's it. Let's wake them up. It's Tiffy, Rob, Day, final 3. All right. Do we have donations?
We have one for Mark when we wake up.
One for
but
Mark.
No
Do you want to?
methods of
Okay,
death,
we'll wake
so
up.
you can choose whatever you like.
All right.
Hit the demon rather than 1.
Good morning, players.
Not if Rob was a
Becca
demon.
has died in the night.
Is it only Becca?
As has Mark's
Yes,
tongue
and
because we have a
also-
donation from Satan.
Hooray!
Yes, we do. We've got a donation from Alan Michael for $10 who says glass of milk for Mark if he wants. If not, just more hot sauce. So Mark, that's your call.
You know,
Milk
chat,
or hot
just when it
poison.
starts to ramp down, I'm like, okay, I'm over it. You guys start the train all over again.
Hey, you can do milk.
I don't have
Yeah?
any milk with me. I just have
Well,
water
then I
and
guess
hot
we
sauce.
can't do milk.
Speaking of milk, that he may or may not
Patrol
be a
girl.
player
Unfortunately,
on
the
our,
witch stops working when there's
Clocktower
5 players
segment on
alive,
Wednesday.
or when
Or,
3 players are live, so it wouldn't happen. in the
Zeldathon
final
and Friends
3.
segment. So that could
I
be
may or may not be hanging out with him on Friday.
exactly. Oh,
So, Rob,
This-
what are you?
This is our final 3, so we'll stay in seats and then.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
nominations.
Sage.
No
Yeah,
question.
it's killing day.
We execute me. We execute me.
Yeah,
And the
you
game
want
is
to?
over good as 1.
Sure, let's open nominations.
Unless both demons targeted Becca, the game is over good as 1. Day nominates Day.
Day nominates Day. Anything else you want to say before we run this?
I really hope that Tiffy was the demon and Barber swapped with Becca, and that extra execution got us the game. But it's probably Rocco. That's it. Let's kill me.
2 votes needed to put Day on the block.
If I wasn't already dead, my hand would be up.
You can lift your artificial hands.
Yes.
2 of them. Banshee.
Oh, Jerome's going for the kill.
I'm helping.
7
I'm
is
helping.
enough. Day is on the block.
Jerome good.
Basically unbeatable. Tiffy or Rob, would either of you like to nominate?
No, I'm good with this.
All right.
Still think it's Day. Yeah, but yeah.
Day
I mean, we're killing me.
is brought into the center of town, executed, and dies. Oh, no, wrong button.
There's no way it goes tonight here.
And I would like to give my
Rob, it's your
very sincere congratulations to Rob for pulling this one off. A lot of people didn't believe in you, but we got there. So congratulations to Rob's team. So this is the part of the game where we call the Grim Reveal, chat. So you guys already know what happened, but the players don't. So this is when they reveal and learn the ultimate truth of the game. So in this game, we did have Day, your good Fangu, and starting evil Vortox, along with the outed Jerome Pithag, who got talked into making a second demon by the original demon, who actually, if you recall, did it under protest and said, I don't really agree with this play, but I'm going to do what my demon wants and make them into a Fangu.
See, I'm helping.
Which and I explained to chat, in no worlds do you ever want 2 active demons at the same time. But this game had gone off the rails probably in the first 30 seconds anyways. We had Bryant, your starting Snake Charmer, turned Barber after being Barber swapped because Nina was your starting Barber, who for the record bluffed Klutz, picked the demon, and the game didn't end, which it must have been confusing to Jerome and Becca, I must say.
No, it was a bluff.
Oh, that's right. You guys knew it was a bluff.
Yeah,
I forgot.
Yeah, Klutz was
We
a
knew it
bluff.
was a bluff.
Oh, I forgot about the bluffs. We did have Mark, your juggler, who only got a correct 1 between all your juggles. With the Vortox in play, you wouldn't have gotten good at first. I almost didn't kill anyone, right? I was going to kill 0 people that night, but we did have Ash, your Oracle, that had to learn a number, and I thought the way the first day played out, if I gave Ash 1, which I had to, that would have been too sus. So I decided to kill 2. I killed Mark, your juggler, who was actually targeted by one of the demons that night, and I killed Coulson, the mutant, who was pretending to be the town crier and forcing himself to track vote information. Yeah, what else? Danny Boy the Savant, who was told either your neighbors are witch cursed or out, or either one of your neighbors is witch cursed or that one of your neighbors are outsiders. They were both false because of the Vortox world. But I saw when both your neighbors nominated and didn't die, you said, "Oh, there's no witch curse." I think you felt a little safer, and then immediately nominated and died for your troubles. That was just.
I did.
Tiffy was the good witch. Becca was the evil dreamer.
Okay.
Rob was telling the truth. Rob was your sage, meaning we did have a good win, and Rocco was your Philo Snake Charmer random number generator.
Wow.
Into the demon right out of the gate.
God.
Wow.
I did want to. I will say, I wanted to kill Bryant, and then Barber swap Day and Becca and have 2 evil demons, but Steve would not let me.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
It says you can't pick a
Not
demon.
another demon on the Barber thing.
Yep.
They thought of
Oh.
everything.
In the Barber's ability, not allowed.
Cool.
It's also worth noting that if you look at the Pit Hag's Almanac entry, it says you probably don't want 2 evil demons, but if you have a good and an evil demon, let them run free.
Yep.
Well, the Almanac actually does specifically cover this case.
This
Well,
was
that was fun.
That's amazing.
definitely.
I can't believe that game happened in an SMB game. That was
Well, I knew once I
Basically.
started Barber swapping people, I knew I was screwed. It was just a
That was-
matter of how much chaos can we create.
And
Well,
I,
the
want
other-
to, I want to remind people. I want to remind people who would sing this right now who never played this game. This is not a typical outcome at all.
It kind of is.
There have been other games of Blood in the Clocktower played during the Zeldathon, and there will be more to come that'll be more tame. But this just shows, like, out of the box, the kind of crazy experiences you can get. Even we were in a game state that I think most of these people who have probably played collectively thousands of games of Clocktower probably have not been in, which is like, what do you do with 2 demons going in the final 3? How do you solve that game state? They didn't know, so it's fun.
Yeah, Tiffy being the good witch, I thought was a good ending.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
I like that.
I was just worried about the world where Tiffy had found Becca because I had said who Becca was, and Tiffy was the Vortox, and that was just a play. And then I realized that by not being executed, we got 2 shots at the demon rather than 1. So, because if I was executed, then the demon would kill, and then yeah.
My only hope was to convince Town to sleep on Final 5,
Yeah.
forget it was a Vortox, and just get a Vortox.
Oh!
That was what I was hoping for.
Oh,
but it
that was
didn't work.
so likely. Oh my god.
Yes.
Things
So,
were wild
um,
enough I could see it happening.
Nominated a dead player, right?
Satan herself, do we have any final either tasks or donations to close out tonight with before this train's about to roll out
Yeah,
the
we
station?
got one more, and then I'd like you all to plug yourselves too, so that chat can find this amazing group of people playing more Blood on the Clocktower. But first, we got a $10 donation from Alan Michael, who says, "Just wanted to thank the players for an awesome game. For charity." Indeed, for charity. I also wanted to highlight that during this segment alone, we have raised about $80 under of $1,500 for Starlight. That is unbelievable.
Thank you,
That is
everyone.
unbelievable. All right, before we transition
Chat,
into
you
our
guys
next
are
bonus segment, which chat y'all unlocked, incredible.
Right.
Where can everybody find all of you?
So if you're interested in the vibe we're putting out and you want to see more of us, you can check us out. So 3 main places. Twitch, we stream live multiple nights a week. Our main show is on Monday night, consistently Monday and Tuesday, including bonus streams along the week. So that you can go to live.thegrim.gg. I can probably type it in chat. I think I'm a mod. So live.thegrim.gg will take you to our Twitch channel, or, the Grim GG, twitch.com/thegrimgg. If you want to catch YouTube videos, that's more your speed. We've been streaming and putting up YouTube content, so there's like tons and tons of videos you can go consume. A little bit less crazy than this, including a whole playlist dedicated towards new players learning the game. That's watch.thegrim.gg. And I can't. That's fine. Somebody else. It says it's identical to the one I sent 30 seconds ago. It's not. Anyways, watch.thegrim.gg. And lastly, if you want to play the game, maybe playing the game, this looks fun, but you don't know how to start, join our Discord server. We have join.thegrim.gg. That'll take you to our Discord server. We run games, especially on Sundays, new player focus games, but Wednesdays as well as pickup games all the times of the week. We will teach you the game. We want to play with you. We want to teach new players. That is what we do. It'll be a little bit easing you in a little more than what you saw here, but eventually you can get to this level with us and have fun with the game.
Steve, you might want to mention that we have an extra special stream this week on Thursday night.
That's a good call. So every month, like for the last year or two, TPI, who makes the game, releases brand new characters once a month. The last new character that we know that's coming for a while comes out on Thursday. It'll be announced Thursday afternoon. It'll be announced on the Pandemonium Institute's Twitch website or Twitch stream. Immediately following that game, when it's announced, Ben Burns from the Pandemonium Institute will be jumping on our stream Thursday night, and we'll be playing with it. We'll be like one of the first people to showcase it and show what it can do. So come and tune in Thursday night to see a brand new character that doesn't exist in Clocktower yet. We're going to showcase it on Thursday.
Yeah, 9 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Pacific time in the U.S.
That's the intended start time, correct?
That's really
And
fun. That is really,
I gotta
really
say, despite the fact that we all did, Satan herself, you were amazing tonight in keeping these kittens corralled and getting the donations read. So thank you for keeping us on track tonight. That was really awesome.
Oh, well, thank you. It was absolutely my pleasure. I am so happy to be here. I love Clocktower. I love the Grimoire. I've been hanging around on the Twitch channel, and I absolutely recommend it, y'all. And I love Zeldathon. And in keeping with all of that, I wanted to remind chat that if you liked what you saw here, you can not only watch the Grimoire and go play with the Grimoire on the Grim Discord, you can also play with us, the Zeldathon folks. We have our own Clocktower Discord as well that you can join. We also have our own general Discord that you can join. So join on in there, and we'll direct you towards that Clocktower Discord if you'd like to play with us. We also have some more Clocktower happening on this marathon. We've got 2 more segments. I thought there was 3, but that's because Your Turn to Die is up first the next tomorrow morning, and that sounds very Clocktowery. But we've got Minecraft on the Clocktower tomorrow, which is at about 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. That is Clocktower in Minecraft with a mod. I'm playing, so if you want to see how I play, go ahead and check that out. It's going to be a ton of fun. We've got also a bunch of other amazing Zeldathon folks in that game. It's going to be super, super fun. And then on the final day of the marathon on Wednesday, we've got Zeldathon and Friends on the Clocktower at about 3:40 p.m. EST, and that is the one we were teasing earlier with all of those Clocktower celebrities and Zeldathon folks. It's going to be just a ton of fun. Y'all should absolutely come and check that out. And thank you all so much for being here. So we have a bonus segment coming up that chat unlocked. So don't go anywhere. Stick around. We're going to be back really, really soon.
Yep, we were going to be the last thing, but we're not. We're going to kick it back to the headquarters, keep the stream rolling. Thank you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Good night, chat. Good night,
everyone.
Zeldathons.
Bye, everyone.
See you on Wednesday.
Right.